It's that time again, time for Gimme 5. Let's talk about one of the most sought after and prestigious private blends in the world. It's time for Tom Ford Private Blends Gimme 5. Are you ready? So let's do it. What is up, Frag fam? Welcome back to another video. This is the Gimme 5 series where I share with you my top favorite fragrances from one particular brand. This today is Tom Ford Private Blend, which happens to be one of the most asked for videos that I got over the past couple of years. I've done a good, bad, ugly from this house. I had some audio problems with that video, so I will definitely reshoot a part 2 or a retake or a remake of a GBU of Tom Ford, so stay tuned for that. But in today's video, my top 5 private blend Tom Fords that I can't do without. If anyone out there watching this video is into fashion or fragrances, you have certainly heard of Mr. Tom Ford. If not, you'll hear about it today. Thomas Carlyle Ford, or simply known as Tom Ford, is a fashion designer and film director. Tom Ford initially studied architecture at Parsons University. Mr. Ford concealed his background in architecture to later on land a job in the world of fashion that he truly loved. Tom Ford landed the job with US brand Perry Ellis, which was briefly lived once he took a more prestigious position with Italian fashion house Gucci, which was actually in the brink of bankruptcy. Tom Ford were so vital and pivotal to the growth of Gucci and saving the brand from bankruptcy that by 2004 he had double the company's net worth. Tom Ford also worked briefly with Yves Saint Laurent, and he created such controversial but very successful campaigns as we saw with Yves Saint Laurent's Opium and M7. Such campaigns were clear indications of what was in store for Tom Ford in the future. By 2005, the fashion mogul actually created his own brand, simply called Tom Ford, and the rest is history. So without any further ado, let me jump right into my top 5 private blends from Tom Ford that I can't live without. At the 5th spot, this is a perfect iteration of East meets West. A culmination of rare oud meets exotic spices, with cardamom really being the center of attention. I'm talking about Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Rich and sensual, Tom Ford's Oud Wood is deep, exotic, and extremely inviting. I describe Tom Ford Oud Wood as an addictive elixir, one that works like a medicine that cures what ails you, but behaves like a drug, one that you just can't get enough. If you're into leather scents, my number 4 spot is definitely one that you want to check out. I'm talking about Tuscan Leather from Tom Ford. This particular fragrance is rare, it's primal, it's distinct. I love the raspberry note that you get here. A refined leather scent, part of the original 2007 lineup, which is often imitated but never duplicated. I love the animalistic, fruity, smoky leather profile that you get with this fragrance that's just uncanny. Tuscan Leather from Tom Ford is definitely an impressive leather scent, and if you like leather fragrances, this is definitely one that you need to try. The 3rd spot goes for this private blend that was released back in 2009, 10 years ago. This is, in my opinion, one of the most, if not the most underrated from the collection. I am talking about Balm Arcane. Balm Arcane was just re-released as part of the 2019 Reserve collection with the metal plate, but expect to drop a pretty penny if you want to pick up the re-release of this particular fragrance. Balm Arcane is a stellar spicy fragrance that has this peppery green cedar with this smoky vetiver undertone, and also features a stellar note of cypress, which I truly love. Just like another great one from this fragrance house that I'll be talking about in this video, this has a beautiful note of cypress, which happens to be one of my favorite notes in fragrance. Balm Arcane is a true masterpiece, one that I can't speak enough of. So guys, if you have a chance, try this one. This is a true boss. Speaking of true boss scents that feature the note of cypress, Italian cypress is definitely the next choice here. This is number 2, one of my favorite private blends of all time, released in 2008. This is Italian cypress. Originally released as a Milan exclusive back in 2008 before it hit shelves worldwide. Italian cypress is a very green chypre fragrance that's very elegant, sophisticated, and very inviting. Italian cypress possesses some of that old school classic vibe, but definitely not dated. Dries down to a very green, creamy, coniferous kind of woodsy backdrop. The citruses up top will definitely stay throughout the life of the fragrance, and you definitely get an herbal green nuance also throughout the life of this fragrance. Discontinued but truly missed. One of my all-time favorite private blends. At the 2nd spot, Italian Cypress. My number 1 spot, my number 1 favorite private blend of all time. If you follow my taste, you guys will know exactly what this is. Was part of the original 2007 lineup, was discontinued and never brought back, unfortunately. This particular fragrance has it all. It has a coniferous, herbaceous kind of a feel to the scent. It features the note of moss, which happens to be my favorite note in fragrance of all time. I am talking about the original lineup from 2007, Moss Brash. Moss Brush has an aromatic fougere type feel to the scent, meets oriental. You have a whole bunch of spices here, some herbal nuances, beeswax, and honey. That amazing moss that I spoke to you about that I truly love is also embellished by, of course, the beeswax, the honey, but it also has benzoin, which gives this a resinous feel and a little bit of a sweet undertone, making this scent a fascinating release from the Tom Ford Private Blend. Mr. Ford, if you're listening, please bring this back. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my top 5 Tom Ford Private Blends that I've ever put my nose on. Please, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Please sound off and let me know what your top 5 Tom Ford Private Blends are. I'd love to read your comments and start a little Tom Ford Private Blend conversation. Which one of the discontinued Tom Ford jams do you guys miss the most? If you love fragrances and you're new to this channel, feel free to leave a like and subscribe with your post notification bell icon turned on. That way you'll never miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to sound off in the comments below. Let me know which other Gimme 5 private blends you guys would like to see videos on. Ladies and gents, thanks for stopping by. In the meantime, remember, fragrance is emotion in motion, so wear what truly moves you.